Alrighty, hello everyone, my name is Jacob, and today I thought I would start a channel and talk about drumming, because drumming is such an easy thing to pick up and learn, so I thought that I could teach it really easily, and hopefully you guys enjoy. So, to start off, we're going to start with just keeping pace. Well, first we'll start off with the names. So no one really cares about this, so I'm just going to go through it quickly. This is your hi-hat, this is your snare, this is your bass drum. Everyone likes to kick this really hard. I recommend it. This is your other drums, and this is the big other drum. And these are crashes. So yeah, these are... so yeah. And the first thing, so now that you know the names, the first thing that I like to learn is how to twist the sticks. You just put it between your fingers and put the stick there and rotate your index back and forth really fast. After, I like to give it a little kick, so I'll just go like that and then rotate your index really fast and it'll spin. I just like to learn this because it makes me feel cool when I'm really not. So that's the first thing I like to learn. So for drumming, there are different patterns you can do, but to start off, I just recommend trying to keep time and learn a pattern. So most songs will follow a rhythm that's with your hi-hat and your snare and your kick. So we'll just do a random pattern. So most of the time, it leads, this is like your main tempo, this is like an accent, and so is this. So in music, there's a bar. We'll not talk about music yet, but we could talk about reading music later. When you're playing a bar, there's 4 beats in a bar or 8 beats in a bar, and the more beats in a bar, usually, the faster the song or the more notes. But we're just going to start off with 4 beats in a bar at a pretty slow tempo. What you want to do is hit your hi-hat 4 times, and that's going to be your beat, really, and we're just going to play off that. There's 4 beats in a bar, obviously, so beat 1, 2, 3, 4, all have the hi-hat on them. And so then we're going to put the bass drum on beats 1 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's a pretty basic one. We'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that sounds pretty dope. You're kind of crazy already. After that, you can add your snare drum on 2 and 4, so it'll sound like this. 1, 2. And this might sound pretty boring at the start, but when you speed it up, it's... And you can add more kicks in there, so it could be... Obviously, I'm putting a note in between in 2 different notes there, which is something you can do that's pretty advanced. So I guess with that information, really, you could learn Back in Black is a really easy song. So that song's... So it's pretty simple. So the beat is... And that rhythm would be kick hi-hat, hi-hat on 2, so, and then hi-hat snare on 3, kick, kick, so we'll just do it with just the hi-hat, and we'll add stuff on from there, so it would be, so it would be, and then we'll add our kick. So that's kick, 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 kick. Once you can get that down, that's pretty simple and quick. Maybe. I don't know. It's been a long time since I started, so. And then after that, you can add your, we'll do it with just the snare, so it would be. So that's every other like that, so it's snare, 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 snare. Right, so now I'll do the kick and the snare, so it would be. And then you can just add your hi-hat in on top of that. So that would be. So it's pretty basic once you get it down. Maybe practice it for 10 minutes and you should get the hang of it. Just learning tempos is really the biggest part of drumming, and I'd say it's the hardest thing to learn. Like doing all these different things with all your hands and feet at the same time is pretty funky. So yeah, practice that and get it down. And then after you do that part, so after you've got that mastered, you can go into the next part, which is even easier. So that would be both of your sticks on the snare, so it'd be, and then you'd kick. So that's that part that's like, meow, 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 like that part. So that would just be, and then you're back into your thing. You can add in that at the end, and that would be pretty much the end of that. So you would just hit this twice, so you do your little pattern. And then it just loops. So that song is a pretty beginner one. I really like that one for starting out and teaching people. Get this tempo down. And yeah, it's pretty simple really. So learn that, and then you can play Back in Black, and you can be an absolute badass like me, and maybe you could even wear your hat backwards one day. Yeah, thanks for watching, and if you guys like it, I'll make more. If not, so be it. Thanks guys.